So there's a lot of things I've realized recently. One of the big ones being that I do actually want to leave Japan and go back to Australia, which is kind of crazy to think about because I literally just finished setting up my life here. I've kind of realized that I'm going to be living someone else's dream because I know it's such a great opportunity to be here, and I've learned so much about myself, so much about just what life is like in a different part of the world. Well, I've always kind of known roughly what the culture is like here because I've studied Japanese and Japanese culture for quite a while. But actually being here and living here, I never really wanted to do it for an extended period of time. And I think even just for a short amount of time, the way that I want to go and the skills that I want to build and the ways that I want to not so much improve myself, but I think really it just comes down to me wanting to start building a life that's right for me, and being here is arguably not the best way to do that. It's a little bit funny that I've literally got everything set up. I have bought a piano, I bought a guitar, I'm in production of some of my original songs, and I've been recording covers. I did one the other day, the first one here, and I think it's quite good. I hope it pops off a little bit because I think it deserves it, that one. That one's a good one. A big factor for my decision to go is based on that I wouldn't be able to work towards the life that I want, the dream that I want to pursue. I just wouldn't have the time for it. And that's something that I really value right now. It's really interesting because at first I thought it might be good to use this time as a little bit of a break, but then when I got here, just something right from the get-go, I just sort of realized that something was not quite right and that this wasn't the right step for me, and it got progressively worse, like compounded and compounded until a certain point a few days ago where I don't know, something just clicked. Another one of the reasons that held me back was because it might come off like this was just one big failure. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if it was in my eyes or like the eyes of other people that I thought that it would be considered that. But to be honest with you, the pros definitely do not outweigh the cons of being here, because I'm not using Tokyo to its full potential, and to be quite honest, I don't really want to do that. Like, of course I'm gonna keep going around and making vlogs and exploring new cafes, new areas, and hopefully I can do all that I want to before I head off. I think I'll go off in about a month's time. So I've got some time. I've got some original songs I want to produce. I've got some covers I want to record. And then hopefully I'll just have a bunch of content to edit when I'm back in Australia. So I don't have to film much and I can sort of find a job or two to help get me back on track. Tokyo is a very busy place. There are always things going on. And outside my room, there's literally a main street and there are cars going crazy. And I don't think that's kind of what I like for a place that I want to live. I do want to live, well, I mean, to others it might seem like a cozy, slow life, but really my brain is always constantly on overdrive thinking about what I should be doing next, what things I can do, what songs I can write, what, projects that I should be working on before it's too late. I don't know. There's just a lot of things for me to think about and digest and even do by myself. But I do know that my external environment is very much a large factor about how much control I feel I have over, one, my own life, two, like how much creative output I can do. It's just the stability is something that I'm very fond of, and I won't get that here, even though it might be a good experience and I might get a lot better at Japanese. Like, it's kind of just it's not worth feeling the anxiety of it all. And that's considering that I could literally just improve my Japanese at home. Sure, it'll be harder. It also means that I can earn a stable income to build the life that I want and to work on my creative projects to a point where I can do them even part-time. Like, something I've realized as well. See, I've been realizing a lot of things, and something I've realized is that one decisive action inspires a string of so many more, which is really good. So the next time I'm stuck, I'm going to think about it like this. One, have I been feeling this way for a while? Has it been like building and building slowly? And then two, if I made one action, what could I do to hopefully set things in motion? Because as soon as I did that one thing to make an effort to, like, I'm gonna say blow it all up here, but like, it's not really blowing it all up, because I know that it's a happy bomb. It's a happy one. It's a positive bomb. It's I don't know. But yeah, I had work lined up. And then I just realized that it was going to eat into way too much of my creative time, not enough to justify being here, and to justify the sunken cost of how much I've spent just trying to like move and set things up. But yeah, after that one big decision to just do away with that, I felt so much like control over my situation and where my life can go from here, and that just set off a string of other decisions. I haven't booked flights yet because I'm kind of spoilt for choice, and there's not the perfect one, but we'll see what happens there. Part of me is also worried that it might be a out of the frying pan into the fire sort of situation, going back and trying to like start things again there when I've just been starting and I almost like got a solid grasp on things here. But I don't know, it felt a little bit like a fire here for a little bit, so hopefully I'll just be up and back in the frying pan at the least. I mean, I hope it will be better than that, but also, it's really funny because when I film videos in my room, like, it always looks like the light is so beautiful and making my skin look so dewy. But then when I like actually bring the footage up on my laptop and start to edit it, I'm like, whoa. So I think I do need to get like a film camera or something if I'm gonna keep doing vlogs. If I'm just doing covers and whatever, it's fine to have my grainy ass iPhone. But anyway, so that's a rant about, well, it's not really a rant, it's just a bit of an update on where things are. And yeah, I know some people might see this as like a little blip, but honestly, in the past 2-3 months, I've learned so much more about myself and what I want than I probably would have realized in the next couple years, to be real. So it's a success in my book, but very expensive one and a little bit of a distracting one, but what can you do? Life's all about trying and failing and hopefully succeeding. I'm also not really sure if I'll put this in a separate video in one of my vlogs because it might be too long, but it might be too short. I'll work it out. I think I want to film like a cover today. Maybe I want to make like a a video, not a vlog, but like an actual video. We'll see how that goes. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.